the Second World War. 18 months after its mysterious appearance in a US military camp, the Spanish flu has come full circle. It is gone, leaving behind 50 million victims. Without drugs or vaccines, humanity has managed to defeat the dreaded virus. A lucky victory, probably achieved thanks to herd immunity, but at the cost of tens of millions of human lives. A bittersweet victory, particularly since the virus has not been eradicated. Perpetually on the move, it is dormant and threatens to wake at any time.
It is the early 15th century, and Europe teeters on the brink, not from war, but from a divided faith. Two rival popes claim the throne of St. Peter, splintering Christendom. They each excommunicated the others, each backed by rival factions across Europe. But the
Ako si Sir May Barriento. Pwede niyo akong tawagin May for short.
situation is about to get much worse. Amid this chaos, a shrewd Florentine banker, Giovanni di Medici, sees opportunity in the crisis. The Medici begin as humble money changers, but Giovanni di Medici elevates them to prominence, transforming their bank into a financial and political powerhouse. Now, he realizes that this crisis is a doorway to power, and that influence is the true currency to gain real wealth, far beyond just money. He knows if the Medici family can help install a new pope, the one and only bridge to God, it will propel the family to true power. The only challenge now is choosing the right candidate to replace the other two. Giovanni di Medici finds his candidate, a man with ruthless ambition and a thirst for power, someone who can secure the Medici's grip on the Vatican's wealth. His name is Baldassare Cosa. Born in Naples in the late 14th century to a minor noble family, his early years were shaped by the lawlessness of the Mediterranean, where he turns to piracy to carve out his survival. Commanding ships in a dangerous, ungoverned sea, he honed the cunning and audacity that would later define his rise. But he eventually left behind his life of piracy and pursued canon law at the prestigious University of Bologna. By 1402, he had ascended to the rank of cardinal. But soon, a crisis erupts. By this time, the Christendom was in turmoil. Two rival popes, one in Rome, Gregory XII, and one in Avignon, Benedict XIII, have entrenched themselves, refusing to step down. And Baldassare Cosa saw that chaos as his opening. But ambition alone isn't enough. He needs money. And so, Baldassare Costa finds an ally in Giovanni di Medici de' Medici.
Hello, I am making a video.
Hello, I'm making a baby. I'm making a
Giovanni
baby.
sees beyond the immediate risk to the immense opportunity. If he helps Costa ascend to the papacy, the Medici Bank will gain unprecedented access to the Vatican's wealth. With Medici funds fueling his campaign, Costa buys the loyalty of influential cardinals, securing key votes. Bribes flow behind closed doors, promises are whispered in the shadows, and the political machinery of the church begins to shift. When the conclave gathers in 1410, it is Baldassare Costa who emerges victorious, crowned Pope John the 23rd, the third pope in an already fractured Christendom. Rather than unifying the church, his election deepens the schism, cementing an unprecedented crisis. But for the Medici, it's a triumph. Giovanni di Medici de' Medici gains control of the Vatican's financial accounts, tying the Medici name to the very heart of Christendom. Though the three-pope crisis will eventually resolve, the Medici's foothold in the Vatican remains. Their alliance with John the 23rd cements a permanent doorway into the church's finances, granting them influence that will last for generations.
And this was huge. A Florentine banker barely known outside the city decided to bankroll the rise of a pope. And practically overnight, the Medici went from obscured bankers to power brokers. And that changes everything for Florence and the Renaissance to come.
Giovanni di Medici de' Medici's health begins to decline, marking the end of an era for the Medici family. For years, he has been grooming his son Cosimo to take over.
Cosimo de' Medici was a man of quiet intensity, always known for his sharp mind and measured demeanor. He educated, steeped in humanist learning, and had already begun cultivating alliances with Florence's intellectual and artistic elite.
In 1428, Giovanni passes away, passing the torch to his son Cosimo. With his father gone, Cosimo steps out of the shadows. He takes control of the Medici, sets his sight on something bigger: power, influence, and a legacy that stretches far beyond Florence's banks. But little does he know, a coup is brewing among Florence's elite, and his enemies are closing in. Everything he envisions for his empire will soon be tested in a political battle that could either secure his power or destroy everything his family has built. By 1433, Florence stands on a knife's edge. The rise of the Medici banking house is bad news for other elites in the city-state. The ruling Albizzi family, led by the formidable Rinaldo degli Albizzi, sees Cosimo not as a rival, but as a threat to the very fabric of their control over Florence's republic.
When the Medici first began to rise in Florence, they weren't the only powerful family vying for control. The Albizzi were one of the oldest and most influential Florentine families at the time, holding significant political power.